Hello friends, welcome to the PTE Academic Tips and Tricks for the reading section. It's from PTE Guru. I have achieved a 79 score initially in my first attempt. Just to share with you, in the first attempt my score was pathetically very low. It was just 58, but my requirement was 79, so I followed some strategies which I can achieve to high score in reading section. We all know in the PTE academic exam there is a part 2 which is of reading section. It from the time given for reading is from 32 to 41 minutes. There is no individual time given for each question, and there are various types of questions which appear on the computer screen, which is reading fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks, reorder paragraphs, multiple choice, choose single answer. This is enough. If you master these four types of questions, you don't need to spend time on multiple choice, choose multiple answer. You can easily score 65 plus score if you are confident in these four types of questions. So I would say multiple choice, multiple answer is the fifth type of question in the exam, which you can see from this slide that if you want to achieve 79 plus, then you have to master also the multiple choice, multiple answers. After this part 2, there is a 10 minutes break in the exam. Also, let's start. Negative marking. In the PTE exam, there are few areas where you have to be very careful because it also carries the negative marking in the exam. As you can see, only section in the reading part is the multiple choice, choose multiple answers, which is negatively marked. What does it mean? It means if you have chosen two options from the multiple choice, multiple answers, and one of the answer is correct, the other one is incorrect. So you will not be given any marking for that. That's 1 minus 1 is 0. So a little bit careful about the negative marking of this. But in reorder paragraphs, reading fill in the blanks, multiple choice, choose single answer, there is no negative marking. Reading fill in the blank. What's the objective of this section in the exam is this item assesses reading skills and requires the candidates to use contextual and grammatical cues to complete a reading text by identifying the single correct answer for each blank or picking the right order of the sentences in the reorder paragraph. So there are some couple of do's and don'ts. If your goal is 65 and even 79, the first thing is you should be more confident and your more focus should be on the reading fill in the blanks for reading and writing and the reorder paragraphs. These, in my opinion, these three sections are very easy to practice and easy to score. Other two sections a little bit needs more practice. But these three sections are very comparatively very easy than the other two. Also, there is no negative marking on these questions. What you should do to crack these type of questions is the first thing is English is a language of vocabulary collocations, right? If your bank of vocabulary is more widened, you know more words, you use more words in your daily pronunciation, daily conversation, then English becomes your native language. But that needs a lot of practice. So our goal is to pass the PTE. Also, if you want to improve reading, we have to increase the reading habit. In my opinion, there is no shortcut to this. If you want to improve reading, you have to read so much. Different magazines, different articles, academic websites, all the sources are there on the Google. And some of the sources which I have referred during my preparation below, I have mentioned these 5 or 6 websites which you can just uh, spend half an hour minimum every day to pick any new article and pick up the new vocabulary, their words, how the sentences are framed in the website, in the passage. So we have to just keep these things in mind, how the PTE exam is going to pick those passages and put it on the computer screen in front of you, and they can challenge you any passage from any of the websites. And the most important, in my opinion, while reading article, keep in mind you are not doing read aloud. What does it mean? It means you are not reading the passage as part of speaking. You are not reading the passage just for fun. Think about, keep in the back of your mind that if this passage appears in the PT academic reading section, what could be the possible blank spaces that PT exam can give you to pick up from? If you keep this thing in your mind, the same passage can be used for the reorder paragraph. The same passage can be used for fill in the blank. The same passage sometimes can be used for multiple choice, multiple answer, or single answer. So keep look at the passage from these perspectives. That will give you to look at the meaning of the passage rather than just reading it. Also, practice makes you perfect. There is no shortcut to this. Fill in the blank. First strategy. First, read the whole text quickly and make sure you understand the general topic. What's the what the author is going to say? What's the meaning? What's the theme of the passage? You should quickly run it within 15 or 20 seconds. That's it. Look at the number two strategy is look at the context around the gap. Means what what is the fill in the blank given and what are the options given in the below the passage, and try to predict the word or type of the word that could logically fill each gap before you look at the word options. As I mentioned earlier, means if you have the habit of reading so many passages articles, by just skimming the passage at the first glance, there is a chance that you can fill up 2 or 3 fill in the blanks from the options given to you. That would save a lot of your time. Strategy number 3, look and analyze the options. Then you can pick up from the leftover options and leftover fill in the blank. You can try to put logically which word fits in which fill in the blank properly. So first thing is, in short, you have to read the whole passage, skim it quickly. If your reading is good, you can quickly find 1 or 2 fill in the blanks without thought. That would save your time in the exam conditions. This is an example of the fill in the blank. It says word politicians will toss around the best, and fill in the options are given there. They have to get out of us out of the climate change mess we are in. When they meet at the UN Copenhagen summit, or there's no need to look at the options, you can quickly just realize it can be Copenhagen summit UN, right? United Nations always conduct summits, they don't do meetings. Many people have suggested novel ways to handle or combat. This is the option you can think in your mind. So that's the one sample passage is given. In the next screen, I can show you the right options over there. So these are the options. World politicians will toss around the best ideas. The confusion can be thoughts, but no. The best collaboration with the best ideas, they have to get us out of the climate change mess we are in. When they meet at the UN Copenhagen, not meeting, it should be summit. Many people have suggested novel ways to combat, not handle. The water pollution, smog, mounds of trash, and global warming, not the heating. We don't use the global heating. we always use global warming. So here are some of the vacuous or at least vacuous sounding solutions, not the answers, ever proposed to solve Earth's problem. So my whole idea behind this is if your collocation is sound means which word fits which its pairing word. It's easy for you in the exam conditions to pick up the right word. That would definitely save your time. As we know, pretty reading section is very time bound. There is not that much time to think in the reading section. If you think so much, you will lose the time. So your goal of achieving the good score will be not achievable. So better be prepared in advance than repent in the last. Reading and writing fill in the blanks, strategies and tips. The first thing again, learn collocations. Collocations not only determines the difference between a native speaker and an ESL person, it also helps you in this task. So we if we are not native speaker, we might use some unsounding or not that much catchy words which native speakers use. So first thing is we have to improve our collocation to fit in the right word in the right space. Number two is practice reading comprehension. If you can understand the meaning of the text, you are highly likely able to select the correct words. You can practice by skimming the whole text. So the idea here is if you are used to reading different types of passages, how the sentences is formed in the passage, it will be much easier for you to handle these kind of questions in the exam. The third is review your grammar. Even if you have completed the whole passage in the blanks, I would always recommend you just keep 15 or 20 seconds to review your answers in the exam before you click on next button. Then is the improve your lexical resources. In other words, you have to improve your vocabulary. As I mentioned, English is a language of reading so many words, right? If your vocabulary is sound, wide, and you are using different kinds of words in your daily practice, it will be easy for you to do well in the exam. This is another example where it says Downers Grove is home. The various options given are welcome, home, house, central. So it's house doesn't sound good in this position. It's only home. In the second fill in the blank, it's quickly or majorly greatly, but quickly sounds better in this. Downers Grove has quickly become a shopping and dining destination. Why I have circled the destination on and between over here and here. What I am trying to say over here is if you have given this passage in the exam, right? So don't expect that every time the options given will be same. It can or cannot be. Sometimes the same passage come in the exam, but the various options given for the fill in the blanks are different. So we have to, while reading the different passages, we have to judge ourselves if this passage comes in the exam, what can be the possible different kinds of fill in the blank options which can be given by PTE or any English exam. So in this paragraph, the other options, other candidates for the fill in the blank can be destination or between. So we have to be very think broad when we are reading the passage. So reorder tips and strategies over here. There are only three sections in the PTE test which have negative marking. One is reading section, listening section highlight incorrect words and the multiple choice, multiple answers. So multiple choice, multiple answers can come in reading as well as listening section, and this type of question carries negative marking in both reading and listening section. So I will be continuing with my post of the videos with read aloud in my next upload. So thanks for joining the and listening to this video. Thanks friends, and have a good luck for all your exam attempts.